Alright, so we are back to our Sim Settlements 2 playthrough now that they have released Chapter 2. So we're picking up in the storyline where I left off. This isn't the same save though, so there are some differences as far as what I've constructed and what buildings, etc. are available, but we're mostly here for the storyline. Now, I also did not actually fully finish the first part of the storyline, so we're going to pick up right here after fighting those gunners and see what our buddy Jake has to say for himself.
Nice. They're called gunners, so if you see any, make sure you stay far away from them, all right? Okay, now, I gotta go. But wherever you are, stay safe. I'll see you again soon, sweetheart.
What was that all about?
Oh, hey, Slick. Didn't hear you come in. Turns out our radio connection between the hub and the ASAMs works just fine. I was just recording a message for someone.
Who's it for?
Yeah. Well, after the whole gunner thing, I just... well... it's kind of...
Apparently unlocked a new shop because people are finished improving.
This is awkward. I was sort of hoping to keep this private. What I wouldn't give for an interruption right now.
Search complete.
Huh? Oh, right. I asked the robot to find my screwdriver. Good timing. I don't mean to question your logic, Chip, but does that look like a screwdriver to you?
Affirmative.
You know what? You're right. Turns out this hammer is my screwdriver after all. Good work. Now why don't you go patrol or something?
Protect and serve.
That plot ain't right.
Those spots aren't right.
Anything I can do to help?
Tell you what, Slick. If you can find my screwdriver, I'll tell you who I was recording a message for. It's probably past time I told you anyway. Sound fair?
All right, deal.
All right, then. We have ourselves a gentleman's agreement.
Gentleman's agreement with my wasteland barbarian. Yeah, so I'm running Grognak here. Obviously my melee character. Using the Grognak suit since it gives me a couple extra points of strength and bonus melee damage. In addition, I've got heavy armor, heavy metal armor pieces on my arms and legs so I don't die. And there's Jake's screwdriver. Let's see. I think he's heading up to his area.
Here.
Hey, you found it. Thanks. It was driving me nuts looking for this thing.
Gotta have a lucky screwdriver.
Okay, you held up your side of the deal. I'll spill the beans on who I was recording that message for. You ready for a little history of Jake?
Tell me the whole story.
All right, full backstory it is. So, as I'm sure you already figured out, I'm not exactly local to these parts. I come from a settlement called Sanford. You ever heard of it? It's a nice place, providing you don't mind the odd cyclone or two.
Where's that town?
Oh, it's quite a long way from here. Way down in the southwestern parts of the waste. Anyway, that's where I grew up and became a young man. And where I met this young woman. One thing led to another, and... well, you know how it goes. You met someone and had a son, and I met someone and had a...
Go on.
well, I had a daughter. I named her Laura. And from the moment she was born, that kid became my world. What the... oh, that damn generator again! This is the 5th time it's stalled today!
If something's wrong, maybe I can help.
It's the old plutonium well. The generator that kickstarts the fission reaction. It's been real temperamental lately. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, could you go get it started again for me? It probably just needs refueling.
Alright. One of the mods I'm running with is to limit power armor. So the Brotherhood has more realistic, so they've got like T45s for the most part, instead of running around in all shiny T60s. Plus you don't find a lot of power armor. Alright, let's go kick that generator again. Fortunately, I don't have to run through the whole maze to get to the generator, since now it has the back door open, as it were. Red roaches.
Hey, robot.
Protect and serve.
I assume you can fix that?
Affirmative. Please stand by.
I got 4 ranks in science, so I can set up fusion generators when my places need it. Save me the adhesive, at least. Alright, let's go see Jake finish his story. I'm sure nothing untoward happened to him while we were gone.
Ah, got the generator humming again, I see. Thanks. It's no fun trying to work in the dark. Now, where was I? Oh, right. So, years pass, and Laura grows up. However, me and her mom, Caitlin, we ended up drifting apart and separating. But I'd still see Laura all the time, though. And when she'd stay with her mom, we'd keep in touch through radio. So, one day, I broadcasted our usual radio time to say goodnight, but there's no response. Now, you gotta understand, Laura's the most punctual kid you'd ever meet. She was never late for anything. Naturally, I began to panic a little, worrying if something bad might have happened to her. So I rushed over to Caitlin's house and...
What happened?
one of the worst things that could ever happen to a parent.
Multiple hostile targets detected. Requesting backup.
Hostile targets? What is that robot?
Flee, 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 flee.
Oh, for crying out loud. Could you go lend the bucket of bolts a hand? As annoying as it can be sometimes, it'd be a pain in the ass to have to rebuild it.
Can't you just finish telling me the story? So many roaches, so little time. Light targets, I just used my Grognak's axe on.
Thanks for dealing with that. Now, let's see if I can finish my story. So,
It'd be nice.
I arrive at Caitlin's house, gun in hand and ready for the worst. I open the door and there was no one there.
What do you mean? What happened?
At first I thought someone must have broken into the place, abducted Caitlin and my kid. But the more I looked around, the more I realized everything was tidy. No signs of struggle. And then I noticed all their belongings were missing. I ran to Laura's room. All her toys, books, even her ham radio was gone. They hadn't been kidnapped. They just packed up and left.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you?
Caitlin sure didn't. I doubt Laura knew anything about it. Well, there's no way in hell I was gonna let Caitlin just disappear with my daughter. After asking around, I found out they booked passage on a caravan. They'd set off that very morning. I dashed back home, gathered a few essentials, and set off in pursuit.
That's awful. No parent should have to lose their child.
You'd know that better than most. Anyway, I tracked that damn caravan halfway across the wasteland. By the time I caught up with it, it had made its final stop. Here, in the Commonwealth. Caitlin and Laura had already departed, but I knew where they were now. Since then, I've put out a radio message every night, hoping Laura might hear it. Know that her dad is out here looking for her. After our little run-in with the gunners, I needed to warn her to stay away from them. I know she probably won't hear it, but still, I had to try.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just, I've not really spoken to anyone about Laura since I got here. Unless you count the Ron. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feels good to finally share. Get everything off my chest.
Oh, what is it now? Feral dwarves? Irradiated death claws?
I don't know, feral dwarves sounds amusing. My stupid robot's in the way. Ada, would you get your ass down here? Let's see, I'll just run outside, maybe she'll come. Pathing. Come on, Ada. Oop, fog's rolling in.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
wait there.
No problem.
Death claws.
Oh, old Paul! Sorry, I wasn't expecting visitors.
How's it going, Paul?
Well, cheese and crackers. You must be the ones with the ASM sensors, eh?
Me and my partner here, yeah. And they're called ASAMs.
Is it true what the old geezer said? Can ASMs really help build up settlements?
Well, sure, as long as what your settlement needs are some homes or farms or a scrap heap. But I should warn you, recently there's been some trouble with...
Gee, a scrap heap. Well, that settles it. We'll take 100 ASMs, please. How many caps does that come to?
Whoa, slow down. We're not just peddling some product here. Besides, I'm not even sure we should be handing these things out anymore.
What makes you say that?
Hey, don't tell me you've already forgotten. That Aiden guy may have been a Brahmin's ass, but he did have a point. It's a fair bet that settlement got attacked because they used ASAMs. Who's to say the same thing wouldn't happen again?
There's no good answer. Taking action puts us at risk, but inaction could be deadly.
I'm just not sure it's right to give out sensors to random settlements no more. Not if it puts them in danger.
If you're concerned about giving sensors out to strangers, why not have them join us instead? I've got no problem defending those we bring into the fold.
Hey, we'd be happy to join with ya. Right now we're kind of living rough, so whatever it takes to get some ASMs, eh?
I don't know.
You need to decide, Jake. What's it gonna be?
I don't know. After the whole gunner thing. But what do you think, Slick? What's the right thing to do?
Don't worry. I'll get you up and running.
Really? You'd have us? Oh, geez, thanks.
I still think we may be asking for trouble. But I think you're right. We can't be scared to help folks. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, you really don't know what this means to us. Thank you so much.
No problem. Welcome to the family. Sorry, what's your name?
Hubert. Here, I'll mark where we're staying on your Pip-Boy. I'll run ahead and tell the others. Meet you there, eh?
I'll tag along with the youngin'. I'm fairly familiar with sensors by now. I'll get his people up to speed before you arrive.
Here, Slick, take these. A few extra ASAMs, in case you need them. Let's get these folks up and running.
Box is a few? No, that's 20.
Show up again. Well, we'll just have to put them in their place, won't we? I'm gonna get back to repairing the hub. Oh, and thanks again for listening today. Good luck now.
Alright, that's a lot of discussion. Okay, so they're heading off. Looks like they're over there, so Rocky Narrows. Alright. We will, of course, since I am not streaming this live, be doing edits, mostly to remove things like the load time, either because of how old the game is on my system or the mods I've got. The loading seems to be a little slow. But we all know that's what happens with Bethesda games once you start getting everything into it. Ooh, gunshots. Let's see who I get to kill.
Day of the week, Hubert. Couldn't you have taken just one day off?
Hey, lay off. I think Hubert's onto something. What's the woman just here on the...
I'm running low on
Here they are
food for
now.
little
I
cola.
told ya.
Could really
All our
use
building
anything
problems
you
are
have to
solved.
spare.
Sure. Here you go.
Much
Always
obliged,
giving
much
the dog
obliged.
extra
This'll
food.
do nicely. Say thank you, little cola.
I think you left her at the thing. Alright.
Hey,
Okay, that's far enough. Throw your weapon on the ground. Let's see those hands in the air. Okay, that's far enough. Throw your weapon on the ground. Let's see those hands in the air.
Yeah, that ain't fucking happen.
Ho, let's calm down. Let's talk this out.
There's nothing to talk about. Hubert may have asked to join you, but he doesn't speak for all of us. And I don't for a second believe what he or this old man say about these ASAM sensors.
ASAMs.
ASAM, whatever. Look, I don't want to hurt you, but I don't trust your reasons for being here. So please, just hand over your weapon.
Let's
But
see.
I want to help you guys.
Sorry, I'm not buying it.
Fine.
Okay, fine. Here's everything I've got.
Finally. Thank you. I'll just put your weapon in this footlocker. Nice and safe. Don't worry. You'll get it back when we're done here.
I can beat you with my
Stash,
fists.
He handed over his weapons. Nice and friendly like. He's not here to hurt us. So why not listen about the ASAMs now, eh? If we join this nice fella, he'd help us build this place into a real home.
Youngest, right. Seen these sensors in action myself. Just the thing for a fledgling settlement.
Okay, fine. If it shuts the two of you up, I'll listen. But I'm still not convinced these things are the answer to a new home.
I want to help, but I don't like the secrecy. Who are you, really?
No offense, but I can't go blabbing to every busybody who pokes their nose into our business. Sorry, but I gotta consider our safety. Look, we're just people who have lost our home. And now we're trying to start over again. That's all.
Don't trust you.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're preparing for a dance number. What does it look like we're doing?
Stats,
How
don't
can
be
old
an
Paul
ass.
help
It's a
you?
fair question. Hi, how are you?
Oh, okay. We're trying to build ourselves a new home. Hubert here was meant to be looking for supplies and materials we could use, all whilst keeping a low profile so that he wouldn't draw any attention to us. Instead, he signs us up to some kind of construction scheme and brings back a bunch of strangers. So you'll forgive me if I seem a little pissed.
What would it take to convince you?
Okay. Even if I did believe these ASAMs do everything I've been told, how do I know we could trust you? We just had our old home taken from us by goddamn mercenaries. Had to flee just so we wouldn't become indentured workers. So I can't say I'm thrilled with the idea of us running, only to be leashed by some new landlord, making promises they can't keep. Even if these senses of yours work, I'd need to know we're not signing over our independence and freedom. I need to know you're on the level.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. How can you protect you and yours if you don't know what you're facing?
Sorry, but your words just sound hollow to me.
Fine.
All I can give you is my word. And a bunch of caps.
All right, I'm convinced.
Just like that?
What? You put your money where your mouth is. If you were just some snake oil salesman, you'd be gouging us for caps, not giving them to us. Okay, I'll go along with this whole censor thing. We'll join with you. You better not try and screw us over.
Oh, great. With Stodge on board, everyone else will fall right in line.
But I've one condition, and it's non-negotiable. We'll join with you, and use your sensors. But you gotta let us decide how we use them. If we're gonna make a new home, then we should have the say in how it's built.
Fair enough.
All right. Well then, I think we can make this work. Okay, everyone, listen up. This is how we're gonna do things. We need to decide on a leader. Someone who can take charge of the building effort, and then run the place once construction's done. Most of us have skills that'd be useful in a leadership position. So anyone who thinks they're up to the task, step forward and make yourself known. I'll go first.
Huh?
What the? I can't say I expected Hubert to step forward. But what are you doing, old man? You're not one of us.
I've already benefited from the censors. If I can, I'd like to return some of the kindness shown to me and help you people out. I know I may not look like much, but I've been around a while. Reckon I could offer some useful guidance, at least until you're on your feet.
Fair enough. But all three of us can't lead. We'll have to pick just one of us.
Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't you decide who gets put in charge? I think you'd probably choose a good leader.
Why do I have to be involved in this?
Well, you're kind of already involved. I mean, we are joining you, eh? And it's thanks to you and your assassins we're able to do this. Plus, I think you make a good choice in picking the best person to lead us.
All right. I'll do it.
Well, that's all kinds of fantastic. I can't wait to see who you pick.
Alright, let's see what Stodge has got to say.
You made up your mind?
Okay. Say your piece.
What? I gotta sell myself? Fine. If you put me in charge, you can expect things to be efficient and done right. I run a tight ship, and I don't take no crap. I'd put my focus on defense and making sure everyone pays their dues. And if people don't like it, they can suck it.
It would be nice to know more about you.
What? Am I story time stodge now? What would you even want to know? How about that I'm a ghoul? Probably didn't notice that, did ya? I'm not one of those decrepit pre-war ones, though. Although, I am pretty old. Old enough to have been a gunner. Back when that title was still worth something. But that was long ago. These days, I'm more concerned with keeping me and mine safe from anything the Commonwealth can throw at us. Which is a lot.
I'll have to think about it a bit more before I decide.
Fine.
Yes?
It's not going to be Hodge. I mean, Hubert, because Hubert is...
Excuse me.
I need to put the mod in to fix that.
Okay, say your piece.
You mean, what would I do if I was in charge? Guns! Guns for everyone! Nothing says settlement safety like everyone carrying a loaded firearm. And I guess I could share some of my expertise from my days as a scaver. Show everyone the right way to strip down salvage and how to properly maintain things. Youngsters don't know how to care for stuff these days.
Honestly, I'm going to pick Stodge, because...
All ears. Who'd you go with?
How about you?
Smart pick. You made the right choice.
Okay, so I basically pick one that I don't occupy yet. I could send them all to Outpost Jamonja, which I do own, but I don't have anyone really there. Starlight... so these... Sunshine I don't have, and I like Sunshine. Let's send them to Sunshine. Okay, need my weapons. Oh, that? Okay, no, there it is. My two-hander. Alright, so I think we have a behemoth to clear, and they're going to be walking right past it. Yep. So let's take care of him. Oh! I was not expecting that. Okay. I mean, it's the weakest of the behemoths in game, I believe, so... I just didn't want them killing the settlers.
Make sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
Just walk on over to Sunshine. This is one of my favorite settlements just because of the size and the fact it comes with all the pre-done buildings, so you can do a lot of interiors. And it has this crazy robot running around. Alright, while we wait for them to show up.
This area appears to have quite the calming effect on you, sir.
Do some quick pest control.
those thumbs out and grab a hammer. Let's see if these ASAMs live up to all the hype.
Alright, so everyone's arrived, and once we have a leader, we can start building on their own. They will start by scrapping everything in the settlement and begin building anew. You can always start later by selecting a city plan from the desk. Would you like them to start? Yes, tear it all down. So this is covering what is essentially the automated city plan stuff. So rather than laying down plots and everything else yourself, you can even just automate the entire thing, and they'll build a city based on a city plan. Usually the Sim Settlements comes with a plan for everything, and you can find more from additional mods. And when they go into construction, you get this little flying overhead view. So we'll just let them do their thing. You can kind of see as they start scrapping stuff and start laying out their own plots, even generators. Alright. Take control. Some city plans even have levels allowing the settlers to improve the entire place over time. To use a city plan in the future, build a planner's desk, then activate the Manage City option and choose a city plan. Alternatively, it'll prompt you once you assign a leader. So, let's see, we've got some power poles. We got some setups of various things in here. Good, they kept the robot. He's still spinning around, and the robot's control console. And looks like Stodge is taking over the old outhouse.
Well, would you look at that? The ASAMs worked exactly as you said. I suppose I owe you an apology. So, sorry. I think you've given us the fresh start we needed. You can count on me to lead this place in your name. Thank you for everything.
Yep, and we have a communication from Jake. Looks like. So close to leveling.
Calculating chance of success less than 5%.
That's enough out of you.
This has been a pre-recorded message.
Of course, it comes in at the end of it, so let's listen to the whole message.
Hey! Hey, you're never gonna guess what I just got running. The comm hub! You hear that? That's the sound of the Commonwealth suits. Huh? What? Oh! Come on! Oh! Well, I was gonna suggest you come and see this thing in action, but seems the comm hub decided exploring would be a better use of its time. You should still head on back. Fill me in on how things went with those folks. By the time you arrive, I should have the hub up and running again. Just need to replace those damn tubes.
Calculating chance of success less than 5%.
That's enough out of you.
This has been a pre-recorded message. Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Protect and serve.
Hey!
Alright, so now they still have to go through this and build everything. So we'll just kind of let them, we'll come back here later and see how they've done. I'm going to go ahead and, well, it looks like it took my box of ASAMs. Make sure they have stuff. Because if we go into menu, yeah, see, they don't have resources yet. They haven't assigned themselves to anything. They should do that automatically. This one looks like they just need materials. So what I'm gonna do is just give them all the materials in the workbench. And that should help kickstart their stuff. Alright, let's go see how Jake's doing. Alright. This isn't a good sign. It's too dark.
Oh, hey. I hope things went more smooth for you than they have for me. You take care of them folks? They all set up with ASAMs now?
Yeah, I took care of them.
Ah, good to hear. After our meeting with the gunners, I was a little spooked. Was thinking twice about this whole ASAM thing. Thanks for talking me around. Now, my turn to share some good news. I managed to get the comm hub running. Come over here, let me show you.
You need some more light in your workshop, buddy.
I was patching in a few more parts when suddenly the darn thing just sprung to life. Guess I bypassed enough busted components.
You've done good work.
We're not out of the woods just yet, but we are close. Now that the comm hub's actually running, I know the exact parts we need to get it fully repaired. If I could get this baby firing all cylinders again, it'll be perfect for what you'll be needing.
And what is it you think I need?
You need, well, that is, we need fully networked settlements. And with just a few more repairs, that's precisely what the comm hub can do. It'll be able to automatically manage all inter-settlement communications. And a few extra things to boot.
Tell me about it.
Well, as best as I've been able to figure, the comm hub was meant to be installed somewhere so all the ASAMs would have something to connect to. But at some point, Vault-Tec got their hands on it, probably to try and rip off the design. And then that Magnuson fellow stole it from Vault-Tec. Although no idea why Magnuson had the hubs shipped to Olivia.
I'm listening.
With the hub fully functional, we could finally establish reliable communications between every single one of our settlements. Think about it. Near instant communication. Every settlement part of a networked interchange. If we had something like that, surprise attacks would be a thing of the past. Not even the gunners would be a worry no more. Plus, we'd have efficient division of labor, meaning faster settlement growth.
How can I help?
I'm glad you asked. We're not quite at the settlement interchange stage just yet. First, we're gonna need some specialized components to fully repair this thing. That's where I'm gonna need your help. That is, if you're willing to do a little legwork.
Sure, I'm game.
Now that's the spirit I love to see. Here, I've already written a list. These locations are where we should be able to find the components we need.
Stop wiggling.
However, this ain't gonna be the kind of stuff you'll be able to grab yourself. The parts will need to be stripped out of the tech they're housed in. But don't worry, I got the solution. Mala! Get over here! I believe you're familiar with our robot friend. Figured it was past time she had a name.
Hey.
Oh, let me guess. I gotta wait for the robot to show up now. Ada, come out here.
Hey.
I'd be happy to help if I can.
Over here.
No problem.
Wait there.
Very well. I'll remain here.
Oof, these robots are so slow.
Good to see you again.
Mala here can take care of stripping out the components and delivering them back to me. What you need to do is clear out a potential salvage site, scan it with an ASAM, and leave behind a locator beacon.
I have no idea what that is.
The locator beacon is an old side project of mine. I used to use them to mark areas where I found useful salvage. However, they're not exactly practical, so I kind of stopped using them. That's not to say they're not useful. They're just real heavy.
Sure, I can do that.
Well, ain't you just a ray of sunshine? I've adapted Mala's transceiver unit so she can pick up and follow the beacon's signals. That way, the robot can get to and from the salvage site without wandering off and getting lost.
Sounds good.
I've started building some locator beacons we can use for the job. Now, I know they look a bit on the heavy side, and they are. But keep in mind, my first prototypes was twice as big, and 3 times as heavy.
Okay, you talked me into it.
All right. Here's the first finished beacon. If you're a little way down, you can always unload some excess gear. I've updated your Pip-Boy with the locations. Up to you where you pick. You just need to clear out the area, scan it, place down the beacon at the marked coordinates, then head on back for the next beacon. Happy trails, and good luck.
Alright. We got a lot of potential targets. I don't want to go there. That's way the hell out there. That's in there. So I think my best bet's going to be over near Finch Farm, which I have set up as a settlement anyway. Alright, so yeah, this is my Finch Farm right now. It's got some room to grow. I've not utilized the space up there. Got some advanced farming going on. A lot of stuff just placed down and waiting to be used. I found the best thing to do in a lot of these cases, the first thing you want to get set up is the Brahmin stop, so you can link all of your settlements, and then that way you have linked resources is the big thing. So see that caravan network on the right there, although I'm probably blocking that with my video, but it basically means this is a linked settlement, just like the charisma perk does normally. But we can see everything's coming along nicely here. As far as needs, it says my housing needs aren't met, but they kind of are. Jobs and entertainment need to be done up some more, as this says. But actually, I think it's fine. Guess I can still fit a person there. Once that levels up, that'll be 2. This one's not even finished being built, I think. And their happiness keeps going up, so that's really what matters. Like I said, this is just one of my smaller settlements. Sanctuary is my primary one right now. Oh, fun with super mutants. Okay, so we're going to do a quick save before we go in here. Alright, so we cleared that, laid down the sensor. So let's see. It looks like he's off to retrieve. Let's see what Jake has to say.
I cleared out that spot you sent me to and set up a radio beacon there.
Great work. Malice set off as soon as you activated the beacon. By now, she should already be stripping the place down. Huh.
Says you.
You know, after we're done getting what we need for the hub, no reason we couldn't keep sending Mala out and gather other useful materials. But let's worry about that later. For now, you ready for the next locator beacon?
Sure.
I'm ready.
Great. Here's the second beacon. Good luck.
Alright, and let's look at leveling up. I've not been increasing my big leagues anymore, simply because I don't want to do the hit all targets in front of me. Certain quests that can really mess you up. Most notably the Silver Shroud quest. If you have that, you wind up killing the guy you're trying to rescue by accident. So right now I'm pretty much just dumping stuff into Charisma to help my speech checks. Also, get local leader at some point in order that I can set up certain things in my settlements. Alright, so let's see. We got the same options. What is this? Let's head over to the police precinct and go from there. Alright, let's see where we're going. Is this a raider? Nope, this isn't one of them. It wants me to go in the library. Well, I do have my library quest still, so... Ferals. So as a melee build, I obviously have Blitz, so I can do attacks at a further distance with melee, the boost to my melee damage, and Rooted, because when you're using VATS, Rooted actually triggers. So I get the DR and the damage bonus from that. But let's go ahead and lockpick our way into the library.
Got it.
Alright. So I've yet to do the library quest. So we might as well... Oops, that's right.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so... Super mutants. Alright, so we cleared all that. And I'm going to leave the intelligence bobblehead for now. I've got one more point to put into intelligence before I hit 10. Actually, yeah, and I want to get the bobbleheads let you reach 11, so. Alright. But while we are here, I see it's highlighting all the junk you can pick up.
The past yields such interesting.
How much do I have left here? 322. Burnt. Burnt. Hot plates. Keys for when I need it. XP on a stick.
Nice.
Alright. What I need to do is turn in library books. Let's see. There we go. Alright, so you can go ahead and head out of here and do my turn in at Good Neighbor, as well as head back to the Jake. Alright, let's hit Good Neighbor real quick. Do that turn in.
You're back. How'd it go at the library? Get rid of those super mutants.
I managed to fight my way through the library. Oh, and I dropped off that book of yours.
Only 200 years past due. I know it was an odd request, but thanks for making the library a safer place. We gotta keep some old buildings sacred, you know. Here's your money.
Alright, and real quick, while I'm here, let's sell off a bunch of stuff.
Daisy.
Means a lot to me that you made the library a safer place. Thanks.
Uh-huh. Let's see what you...
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
Alright. See what kind of shipments she has before I sell all this stuff. Steel, wood, and concrete. Actually, I don't have the chains yet. I can get added to my stash. Alright, and let's head back to Jake. Alright, come on, Jake. What you got for me?
Hey.
Hey, welcome back. I picked up the second beacon signal as soon as it activated. Nicely done. Mal is still working at the first site, but she'll probably be done soon. Then she'll head on over to the second. You ready for the third beacon? After this, there's only one more.
I'm ready.
Okay then, here's the next beacon. Keep up the good work.
Man, just running all over doing all these beacons is super not thrilling. Alright, let's see, where are we gonna go now? I know what that one is. So let's hit there. I'm pretty sure that's like a spot. Alright, let's make our way over. I really don't care enough about them to engage them. Except if something bites me. Free stuff. Alright, looks like we need to set up at this military checkpoint. Let's see who's occupying it first. Sunshine Tidings is coming along. Ooh. Piece of power armor. Ooh, piece of power armor.
Please proceed to the South Boston military checkpoint parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook. This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
Yes, looking to offload all of this.
Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away for matters of national safety. This message will repeat.
Alright. Nothing really to loot there. Nothing super cool.
This is an emergency message to all Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency protocols 17 Echo Charlie Niner are in effect.
Let's see.
If you are in distress, please proceed to the South Boston military checkpoint parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook.
I was hoping I could turn that off. It's very loud and annoying.
This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition. This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away for matters of national safety. This message.
Alright. Before we hit up Jake, let's get us this power armor piece. Let's see, we got anything else with a TLY ending? Nope, but
this
here.
Is an emergency message to all Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency protocols 17 Echo Charlie Niner are in effect.
So nope.
If you are in distress,
Nope.
please proceed to the South Boston military checkpoint parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook.
ECT, so
This
nope.
checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
Nope.
This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military family members, will be turned away for matters of national safety. This message will repeat.
Sweet.
There we go. Just T-45 though.
This is an emergency message to all Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency protocols 17 Echo Charlie Niner are in effect.
Lots of cool toys though.
If you are
let's head back.
Lead to the South Boston Military Checkpoint Parade. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook.
It even turned this green because of the sensor. That's funny.
What happened here?
Huh. I was wondering when you'd show up.
Forget about me. Why are you here?
Was in the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by. Truth be told, you and your partner left quite an impression. Was actually hoping to ask you and him a few questions. But as you can see, your partner isn't exactly here right now. By the state of the place, I'd say there was some kind of struggle here. I think someone's taken him.
Who kidnapped him?
Who knows? Look, I don't know where your friend is or who took him. But I'll ask around. If something comes up, I'll let you know. Oh, and I found this on the floor. Guessing it was for you.
Communications buildings. Act as an advanced recruitment beacon, changes max settlers in a settlement to be equal to the number of beds, homes available, and improves the chance for higher special stat settlers to arrive. So that's a cool building.
Hey, don't worry. I'm sure he's fine. He doesn't look like much, but I think your partner is tougher than he lets on.
To be continued. So this would actually be the ending of the original Chapter 1. There's still more to come. Recruit unique, unlock exciting new buildings, discover quests, and of course build up settlements. You're going to need them. So, Chapter 2 is actually active right now. So, we're just gonna loot some things. How much stuff is in here? Surprisingly large amount.
Storm's coming.
Hey.
What can I do?
Nothing in that.
Go do something to take your mind off things. You know, keep busy and all that.
Alright, so that is the end of Chapter 1. And we're going to go ahead and stop here. And we'll pick up with Chapter 2 in our next episode now that we've got everything finished. I'm going to be posting these up as they come along. No real set schedule for these as opposed to all my painting bits and stuff. But we'll look forward to part 2 next time.